Hello. We're talking about. Let's listen to what Maya. I can't hardly talk. I don't have my teeth in my mouth. Maya Angelou has to talk about what jealous people say.
They say it when your yes isn't easy anymore, when your no is firm, when your boundaries are no longer negotiable. It hurts, doesn't it, to outgrow people who once felt like home. But don't be fooled. What feels like rejection is often protection. Not everyone can go with you, not everyone should. Elevation is a lonely road sometimes, and the higher you go, the more you see who was climbing with you and who was clinging to you, and there's a difference. Growth demands sacrifice. Sometimes it's comfort, sometimes it's habits, and sometimes it's people. You're allowed to change. You were made to. Nature itself teaches us this. Trees shed their leaves, rivers change their course. Butterflies leave behind the shell of the creature they used to be. Imagine a butterfly apologizing to the caterpillars for growing wings. Imagine a river asking the rocks for permission to keep flowing. You were not born to stay the same. But here's what they won't tell you: changing costs. Not just to you, but to the image others had of you. See, when people are used to you being silent, your voice sounds aggressive. When they're used to you staying, your departure feels like betrayal. When they've benefited from your confusion, your clarity becomes their problem. And still, you must change because you've tasted the bitterness of playing small. You've tried to be what everyone needed, only to lose yourself in the process. You've been praised for being humble, when really you were just afraid. Praised for being selfless, when you were just self-abandoning, no more. There's a version of you now that moves with purpose, that speaks with intention, that loves without leaking, and they may not like it. That's okay, because every time you evolve, someone will mislabel your progress. They'll call you fake, selfish, Hollywood, changed. Wear it like a badge, because if you stayed the same just to be liked, you'd be betraying the very reason you were given breath.
True. I heard somebody tell me, "Don't be brand new." Oh, I am every day. Every day when I wake up, when I go to sleep, when you sleep, you don't know what's going on around you. And your body is doing something, is regenerating itself, it's resting, it's giving you a chance to continue the process. And when you wake up, you are brand new because you didn't have to wake up. When you sleep, you are unconscious. You're not, you don't know what's going on around you. People could come in your house, steal everything you got, and you wouldn't even know it. That's what sleep is. So when somebody tell me you brand new, I'm saying, yes, I am. And everything she said is what is happening to all of us brown and black people. They scared of our change. And we've been changing all the time. But see, these white people, they stay the same. They've been doing the same thing for centuries. We, on the other hand, especially the ones here in America, we had to change because we was taken out of our element. We was taken away from our traditions and our culture. And now we're in a state of confusion, but we are getting out of that state of confusion. And it's time for us to start acting like it. Like I heard John Hinkwood say last night that the revolution, that's what we need, a revolution. But the revolution starts in the mirror. But see, we're not willing to do that because we scared of change. Change into what? Change to do what? We've been doing it for so long and it's a comfort, but it's time for us to get out that comfort. It's time for us to realize that heads have to roll. And some of us is gonna have to die. And some of us we're gonna have to leave behind. It's time for a wheel alignment. We are sick and tired of these uh, betrayal. We sit up there and give out all our time and money to these people, and then they turn around and turn their backs on us, make us feel like fools. For what? It ain't for money because you got money. If it's not money, it's prestige, it's fame, and favor. Now, what we see going on, we're not hitting the nail on the hammer on the nail. They only thing they want from us is our vote. And if they can't get our vote, they don't want us to vote at all. Because voting makes people have to change their thoughts, their ways, their talking points in order to get your vote. And they hate to do that. They really hate to do that. But they will. They'll do anything for your vote. Just like that thing in the White House said, I just want your vote. And they voted for him. And it's time for us to tell the truth. These people are not there. We've been using that word too long, racism and racist and all this stuff. Tell it like it is. They jealous. They are jealous of us. They want to be us and they want to get rid of us so they can take over like they've been doing. See, they can't do it like they did in the ancient time, just draw a picture. And we need to stop letting them lead us to the slaughter. What is that? What is that noise? Like AI. AI. We need to be scared of that AI. Just like they came up with the Wi-Fi, cell phone, computer, and all this stuff. Now they're coming up with this AI, and you got AI over here, and then you got the smartphone, the smart TV, the smart this, and the smart that. But then on the other side, you got a bunch of idiots using these smart TVs and smartphones, and then you have some that are too dumb to know how to use them, and they are believing this stuff. It's some AI generated stuff that you could tell is AI, but they keep improving it. And they keep improving it where you're not going to know the difference. And a lot of people are going to be so fooled. So we have to stop letting them lead us to slaughter. Get back to the basics. Get back to what's real until we can get things back in order. Let's listen some more.
Growth is holy. Growth is sacred. It's the proof that you survived what tried to stunt you. It's the evidence that the story didn't end where others expected it to. You changed because you had to. Because staying where you were would have killed something in you, your joy, your peace, your sense of self. You changed because you got tired of shrinking, tired of waiting, tired of needing validation from those who couldn't see your value. You changed because growth became more urgent than approval, because the pain of transformation finally became less than the pain of staying stuck. And if they can't celebrate that, let them. Let them misunderstand you. Let them misquote you. Let them say what they must to feel okay about staying exactly where they are. But
And that's exactly what we're up against. We are up against a bunch of people that have been this way. They have perfected this way for centuries. We are dealing with bloodlust people. These are the ancestors of the ones that had the Colosseums built for bloodletting. We, on the other hand, we built monuments. We built um we built okay um we built celebration. When you see the, oh, I can't think of it. I'm looking right at it. When you see the monuments that we built, they give comfort. The pyramids. That's what I'm saying. We built pyramids to celebrate a life. They built buildings to celebrate death. That's what we up against. And this is who we wanted to be like and wanted to be around. We fought hard for civil rights. So we can go to their stores, their restaurants, their schools. Why? Because we have weak minded leaders. They should have been fighting. They should have been fighting against that, which I don't take nothing against none of them. Marshall, I can't think of his name, the one that helped brought about the Board of Education. I take nothing against them because he wound up becoming the first black um, Supreme Judge, which he didn't fight hard enough because you know who came after him? Clarence Thomas. We don't look at we, somehow we get that pacifier put in our mouth and we totally forget how these people are. We should have learned from Clarence Thomas that when they elected Barack Obama, that they was going to put somebody way worse to destroy his legacy. Just like they put Clarence Thomas in after Marshall Good. Almost said it. Who you think they're gonna put in after after Clarence Thomas? Somebody way worse than him. See, we're not futuristic minded. Those white people is. Because all that stuff that we used to look at, I was telling my daughter the other day, all that stuff that you see now coming in, we was looking at that stuff on Star Trek and Lost in Space and all this stuff. Now they doing it. See, white people, they look at stuff like that. I bet I could make a lot of money out of that. What we do? We are inventing the latest fashion. Even our music then went backwards. We had the best music in the world. Now it's, I mean, it is. It's some of it's okay. It's the new generation. You know, my ears are not used. My ears are used to Motown. Okay. Um, but um, it's not as prevalent as it was back then. You know, because everybody listened to Motown, no matter what color. But now the R&B, it claimed to be. It just has like a small audience to me. You don't hear it everywhere like you used to. Because in order for you to listen to this new R&B, you would have to definitely get on the new and R&B channel. It's not prevalent like it was back in my day, our music. But you can hear that rap. And see, we need to start being more futuristic, and we need a transformation. We need a revolution. And like John Henry Clark said, it don't have to be with violence, but it could be. It don't have to be. All we got to do is just start changing our mindset, changing how we live. Why our young kids are not building monuments, pyramids? Why our young folks are not out there cleaning up their neighborhood? Why are they walking past all this garbage and trash? Because they see the parents doing it. And why do they want to live around a bunch of trash? Abandoned buildings, buildings falling down. And you're not demanding that these so called uh, politicians and leaders are not doing something. They have all this money. They spending how many millions of dollars to deport these immigrants. Whereas if they let those immigrants come in your neighborhood, they will clean it up because them immigrants ain't gonna live like that. But we will. Them immigrants ain't gonna live like that. They would clean that neighborhood up, but they don't want that because they are not only are they waging psychological warfare on us, they are also brainwashing us. And now they're getting ready to stupefy our kids by taking away the Board of Education, lowering the standards for teachers, and then sticking all these kids in one classroom. But we don't care about that. We just care about what Trump doing and his uh, crazy administration. Because if we was to give all of them a psychological test, they would all fail. Because you have to be low down, not just low down, but you have to be crazy to support a criminal, racist idiot. But we have to remember, this country was founded by people like that. And why are we continuing to let them rule us? Just like all these black people with money, these billionaires, these have studios and making all these movies like Tyler Perry and all this. Now he's being sued for sexual assault. Oh my God, give me a break. We got better stuff to do. Everybody trying to get on that bandwagon, and they go through the line. Okay, it's time for this black man to be slandered. They got a list of all the black people that they want to slander, and they're going down a list. And they bring it out every now and then to try to get people off of certain things and whatever, just like they did to Bill Cosby. All these people with all this money, why we don't have decent movies coming out? Why we don't have a news channel? But anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna end with just a couple minutes of this.
Don't you dare apologize for changing. Don't you dare look back and try to prove you're still the same. You are not. And that is the point. The people who love you, who really see you, will not be offended by your evolution. They won't guilt trip you into returning to an outdated version of yourself. They won't ask you to pretend, to shrink, to silence your truth just so they can feel taller. Real love makes room for growth. Real friendship adjusts to the new. Real connection evolves with you.
Okay. And that's what we're lacking too. We're not getting new friendships. We're not getting new ideas. We staying the same. And the first thing that we have to do is stop bad habits. We have to stop drinking and smoking and getting high and stop being criminal minded. Until we do that collectively, they're going to continue to keep their feet on our neck. And revolution never going to happen. Transformation is never going to happen. Our kids are going to wind up back in the fields while AI got the whip. Thank you for listening.